Howdy doody, meal preppers. We're making a favorite of mine today, pulled barbecue chicken with roasted sweet potatoes, quick pickles, and homemade coleslaw. We start off by putting the chicken in a preheated grill to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. For grilling the chicken thighs, I kept flipping them every 9 minutes until they reached an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. It took me 5 flips or 45 minutes for them to be completely done. As I mentioned earlier, I used chicken thighs. Unlike the more commonly used skinless, boneless chicken breasts, these thighs had skins and bones. With the skin on, chicken maintains its moisture better. This was nice because I did char 2 of the thighs, but it was only the skin that burnt, not the meat. However, with the skin and bones attached, this does require more prep time than boneless, skinless chicken breasts. After the chicken thighs reached an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit, I took them off the grill and put them in a large bowl to cool. While the chicken was grilling, I washed the sweet potatoes. Then I cut the sweet potatoes into thick wedges. First, cut off the edges. Then cut the sweet potato in half. Then cut each half into 4 wedges. For grilling, you want to make sure the wedges are thick so they do not fall through the grill. Once the sweet potatoes are cut, throw them on the grill and line them up in a single layer on the grill. The grill should be preheated to 400 degrees, just like the chicken. I did not use oil in order to avoid having to worry about burning the oil and the sweet potatoes, and also so I didn't have to deal with oil and wrapping that around the grill. Grill the wedges for 9 minutes on one side, and then flip over and grill another 9 minutes. Depending on your grill, you may need to flip them again, preferably on the third side. I usually look to see if they are cooked and soft all the way through by poking them with a fork and taking a bite of a cooled wedge. Once the sweet potatoes are fully cooked, then place them in a container to cool. For the quick pickles, I sliced 1 cucumber. I also chopped up some garlic. I then added the garlic to a mason jar and added water and white vinegar to the jar. Finally, I added the sliced cucumbers, and I let the quick pickles sit in the fridge until I was ready to pack the meal prep containers. For the coleslaw, I added Greek yogurt to a medium-sized bowl, then mayonnaise, then apple cider vinegar. Then salt and pepper. Then I halved a cabbage and sliced it up. I added the cabbage to the dressing bowl to make room for the carrots. I was away from home, so I did not have a grater to shred the carrots. So instead, I cut the carrots away from me with a knife, almost like whittling a stick. I then grabbed a large pot to mix the components of the coleslaw. Since the chicken has had a little bit of time to cool, I then started shredding the chicken. This is where you can save a lot of time and energy by buying skinless and boneless chicken. For each thigh, I remove the skin and then pick the meat from the bone while shredding it up into finer pieces. Next, I made a simple barbecue sauce. I first added water, then apple cider vinegar, lastly tomato paste. I mixed the 3 ingredients together. Here I added the chicken and used tongs to mix the barbecue sauce and shredded chicken thoroughly. At this point, everything is ready to be prepped in the containers. Essentially, I just take the number of containers I'm going to use and evenly portion out the components into each container, one component at a time. I will definitely say I was pushing it here space-wise. This recipe was being made for 2 people for 5 days, so 10 servings total. But we shared this meal together, so I only packed 5 containers instead of 10. And that's it. Barbecue pulled chicken with grilled sweet potatoes, homemade quick pickles, and homemade coleslaw. If you appreciated this video, then please hit the like button. If you are interested in viewing the free full version of this recipe, then click the link below to go to mealprepfunday.com.